This is the Galaxy A6 Plus, the phone that costs about €370, which is not that much in comparison to the Samsung's flagships. On paper, the phone does not look really impressive, mainly due to mid-range level processor, but in this video, we are going to take a look at how the Galaxy A6 Plus performs in reality, since it's all about implementation and optimization. My name is Linus with the TechLine YouTube channel. Stay tuned to the detailed Samsung Galaxy A6 Plus review. The type and amount of accessories that come with the device may vary depending on the region. My phone came with a fast charger, USB cable, a pair of earphones, and a SIM ejector pin. When it comes to the design, the new Galaxy A6 Plus looks very similar to the Galaxy J5 that I reviewed last year, since it is made mostly out of metal and I found the overall build quality to be great. Also, the buttons are nice and tactile and the phone feels quite premium. However, Samsung made a few changes to follow at least one trend of 2018. The A6 Plus sports an 18.5:9 aspect ratio display, meaning that the phone is taller but it is more comfortable to hold in the hand. Keep in mind that the device is neither water nor dust resistant like Samsung's flagships or premium mid-rangers. That Super AMOLED display looks really nice and sharp indoors and is bright enough for outdoor use, a typical high-quality panel from Samsung. Just above the display, there is a beefy 24-megapixel selfie camera with LED flash for night selfies. A highly customizable always-on display is here, which is nice, but there is no LED notification light, which is frustrating. On the back, you can find a dual camera system that helps you take pictures without bokeh effect, but I will talk about cameras in detail a little bit later in this review. I found the fingerprint scanner to be accurate, but the display could light up a little bit faster. There is also a face unlock feature, which again is accurate, but it's not the fastest out there. Other features you need to know. The phone has 2 SIM card slots and a dedicated microSD card slot, which is really nice. There is also a headset jack that provides great sound quality thanks to Dolby Atmos and other sound enhancements. However, the Galaxy A6 Plus still uses the micro USB port for charging. Come on Samsung, it's 2018. Finally, I like the placement of the loudspeaker on the side. The quality of sound is pretty good too, and the speaker can get quite loud. Here are a few audio samples. Many people may be hesitant to buy the new Galaxy A6 Plus due to the fact that it uses a Snapdragon 450 chipset, which is definitely not the most powerful out there. In reality, the gaming performance exceeded my expectations. The phone handles most of the 3D games very well. For example, the PUBG runs fine on medium graphics, which is quite impressive. Other games that I tested and I found to be running smoothly include Shadow Fight 3, Injustice 2, and Asphalt Extreme. Really impressive performance considering a mediocre chipset. I've said it before and I will say it once again, it's not all about sheer specs, it's all about implementation and optimization. When it comes to the user interface, well, it's typical Samsung. That means that we have the Samsung Experience skin that is built on top of Android 8 and there are plenty of features and customization options to choose from, like on most of the Samsung phones. I like that you can choose from a huge collection of themes and wallpapers, customize the display in many different ways, use a split screen mode to run 2 apps side by side, or use some advanced features. My favorites include quickly pressing the power key twice to open up the camera. The fingerprint gesture, however, does not work as it does on Samsung's flagships, which is a bit frustrating. As you can see, I've installed plenty of apps on this phone and in general, I'm happy with the day-to-day performance as I'm yet to see the phone lag or stutter. Again, surprisingly good performance out of that Snapdragon 450 chipset. Just before we talk about cameras, make sure to check out the Techline HD Facebook page, where you can download full resolution camera samples and give me a follow for the latest channel updates. The phone takes pictures quite fast, but obviously not as fast as Samsung's flagships. The daylight image quality is great, the pictures come out sharp, detailed, the colors look nice, and even dynamic range is adjusted properly. There were just a few shots where the colors were not accurate, really good quality considering the price of the phone. The portrait mode works very well as most of the images came out sharp and the objects were nicely separated from the background with just minimal artifacts. As for the night image quality, the camera is kind of inconsistent. Well, you can take some good looking shots, but the colors are usually not that accurate. For example, the sky was not that blue in all the pictures I took. Also, a few images came out soft and noisy, which is a little bit frustrating. Selfies usually look really good, but since the camera lacks autofocus, you need to make sure your face is in focus. If you do that, you'll get nice and sharp looking pictures. Selfie portrait mode works pretty well as I was able to take pretty good looking images with just minimal artifacts. The front-facing LED flash is actually really powerful. Even though selfies taken in a pitch dark environment are a little bit noisy, they are certainly usable for social media. 1080p is the maximum resolution the phone can record videos using both main and front-facing cameras. Even though I expected the Galaxy A6 Plus to shoot in 4K, the overall video quality is very good. The footage comes out really nice and sharp, and the continuous autofocus works well. Selfie video looks great too, as there is plenty of detail, and finally, sound recording quality is quite good. Handheld video, I'm holding the phone in one hand in the horizontal position, and I'm using obviously the selfie camera that has 24 megapixels sensor. As expected, the Galaxy A6 Plus is excellent when it comes to connectivity. Call quality and signal reception are great using both SIM card slots, GPS is very accurate, and other connectivity options work fine. In addition, the phone has quite a few sensors, including a gyroscope, meaning that the Galaxy A6 Plus is compatible with VR and 360 content. When it comes to the battery life, I wish Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus was that good. I could get over 10 hours of screen on time, which is just a fantastic result for any phone. Well, you may not achieve this kind of result every day, but you should expect the battery to perform really well on a daily basis. Finally, it takes about 1.5 hours to fully charge the phone with a supplied fast charger. The Samsung Galaxy A6 Plus turns out to be a pretty solid mid-range phone, but obviously it has its pros and cons. Let's start with the cons. I just hate that the phone still uses micro USB port in 2018, but well, you can live with that. I also miss notification LED light, and I wish the face unlock feature was a little bit faster. Finally, I'm a bit frustrated that the phone can't shoot videos in 4K. Now the pros. The phone is well made, it feels premium, and it's comfortable to hold in the hand. I also like a high quality display, the overall performance is good, and the phone can handle 3D games very well despite a mediocre chipset. In addition, the overall image quality is very good, there are no connectivity issues, the loudspeaker is pretty good, battery life is solid, and you get some features that many flagships lack: a headset jack with Dolby Atmos audio enhancements, and a dedicated microSD card slot. At the end of the day, the Samsung Galaxy A6 Plus may not be the most powerful phone on the market if you look at the spec sheet, but considering its real-life performance, it is a solid mid-range phone for the price of about 370 euros. But as always, make sure to consider a few shortcomings before making a buying decision. But what do you guys think about the Samsung Galaxy A6 Plus? Would you buy it or would you buy another phone? As always, drop me a comment down below if you have any questions about this phone. Like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.